This is the Danang International Airport travel guide for arriving passengers to Danang City in Vietnam. Danang International Airport is a good airport to fly into if you want to access central Vietnam. We flew from Ho Chi Minh City International Airport to Danang International Airport with the code DAD for our adventure. Danang City is a beautiful and vibrant beachside city in Vietnam, and we were so excited to experience it as we flew into this Danang International Airport. This Danang International Airport is a relatively new, modern, and efficient facility with international and domestic terminals. This Danang City Airport is growing by leaps and bounds. The airport traffic is growing so fast that they're adding another terminal. Welcome to Hipfig. If you're a travel enthusiast, then join our community and subscribe. Xin Chào, which means hello in Vietnamese. This is the Danang City Vietnam Travel Guide series. This episode will cover Danang International Airport with airport code DAD for arriving passengers to the Danang City area. The Danang International Airport is the main international airport for central Vietnam and located about 2 kilometers from the city center of Danang City. We flew domestically from Ho Chi Minh City in the evening to Danang International Airport. We wanted to come in the afternoon during the day for better air views, but our flight was delayed, unfortunately. Danang International Airport is the 3rd largest airport in Vietnam and relatively new. The relatively new domestic terminal was completed and began commercial flights in December of 2011. There are domestic flights daily from and to Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Nha Trang, and other destinations inside Vietnam. The separate international terminal T2 at this Danang Airport was completed in May of 2017. And in 2020, construction of a 3rd terminal has begun to meet the demand of growth at Danang International Airport. Currently, Danang International Airport gets international flights from many countries in Asia like Singapore, China, Cambodia, Thailand, Taiwan, South Korea, and Malaysia. Here's a travel tip. If you don't have a direct flight from your city to Danang, then an option is to fly into one of the 2 largest airports in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City or Hanoi, and then to take a domestic flight to Danang like we did. Once our plane arrived, it took us a bit to taxi to our gate at this Danang International Airport. It only has 2 runways currently. This Danang City Airport has 2 terminals, international and domestic, which are adjacent buildings to each other and are connected by an outside walkway. The 2 terminals have 2 levels. Generally, the upper level is for departures and the lower level is for arrivals. Once we disembarked our plane, we followed the signs for arrival to baggage claim since our flight was domestic. In the hallways and throughout the airport, signs were in Vietnamese and in English. If you're an international passenger, you will clear immigration, then collect your bags at baggage claim, clear customs, and exit into the arrival lobby. Here's an important note on visas. Please check on the Vietnam official website or check with your country for required visa requirements for your country to Vietnam. Before arriving to Vietnam, you must get a stamped visa in your passport or apply for a pre-approved visa online, which you will need to print out and bring with you to Vietnam. Once you arrive in the immigration area, there are 2 areas, general immigration and visa on arrival. If you have a Vietnamese visa stamped in your passport, then go straight to the immigration line. If you have a paper printout of an approved tourist visa, then go to the visa on arrival counters in the immigration area. An additional fee of $25 in cash in USD is required to get a pre-approved visa stamped on your passport. The visa on arrival office is located on the ground floor of the terminal before the immigration line. You won't miss it, or you'll get sent back by an immigration officer. We collected our bags at baggage claim and continued to walk inside the arrival lobby in the domestic terminal, or T1. The Tourist Information Center is located in the arrival lobby inside and offers free maps and tourist attraction brochures. Inside this arrival lobby or hall next to baggage claim, there's a row of multiple counters inside which offer currency exchange, cell phone SIM cards, big hotels, and arrangement counters for a prepaid taxi or car. Once we walked out of the exit door to the open-air public arrival plaza, there are also counters outside, but I suggest doing transactions inside where it's less hectic. The Danang International Airport has several options for transportation. Some options if you are traveling alone and/or this is not your first time in Vietnam and you have light luggage, you can take the public bus number 12, which is about a 10-minute walk from the airport to the nearest bus stop. Or you can take a motorcycle taxi, which can be found in the motorbike parking area near the domestic terminal. Since the city center is only 2 kilometers away, you can even walk to your hotel if you choose to. But the most convenient is to take a taxi. Taxis are available at the taxi stand just outside the arrival plaza. Taxis should cost between $3 to $5 USD to the city center or the beach area. Taxi operators My Linh and Via Sun are reputable taxi services in Vietnam. There is also an airport exit tax for vehicles of 10,000 dong, which will be added to your fare. Travel tip: having local currency on hand is always a good idea in Vietnam. Another option for taxis is to go to the prepaid taxi or car counters in the arrival hall inside or outside. This is quick and convenient. Prepaid taxis are probably the best option if this is your first time in Vietnam. Prepaid counters are vetted by the airport, so just check on the price and arrange and pay for a taxi whichever counter you choose. Outside the arrival hall, avoid people who approach you for a taxi. If you have data on your mobile phone, then another great option is the GRAB app, which is basically an Uber in Vietnam. This is what we used. By the way, we highly recommend Grab cars, which are generally very clean and efficient, and transactions are handled by the app using your credit card, or you can choose to pay by cash. FYI, Danang is commonly pronounced Danang, but it's pronounced Danang with a U rather than an A locally. Why visit Danang City? Sandy beaches, great seafood, UNESCO attractions like Hoi An and My Son, Buddhist temples like Marble Mountains and Linong Pagoda, which are hilltop temples nestled with vast views of the East Vietnamese Sea, and the famous Bana Hills theme park. Many of these attractions will be featured in our upcoming travel guides for Danang. Flying into Danang International Airport gives you the closest access to this Vietnamese paradise. Highly recommended airport and city for your whole family vacation. Happy travels! Go to hipfig.com for more information, or go to our Hipfig travel channel on YouTube and be sure to subscribe for regular updates.